all over.
Lily GoPro cam. Nice, nice.
That's what everyone wants, is to put a GoPro.
It's a fun idea.
Didn't you say you just went live, Arv? What the
Have you
hell?
seen the
It takes a little second.
Take a second,
There's
yeah.
a delay. Usually it's about 30 seconds after you hit start streaming before it shows up.
Slacker.
And I am hearing the echo again.
I'm actually gonna see what this looks like.
Oh,
See,
God.
it's not me now.
Here we go. Oh,
That
snap
one,
video.
Because I have the stream unmuted on my desktop, and I forgot I even had that page open. That's my bad. I'm gonna go ahead and just close out of that right now. There we go.
All right.
It's stretched, or is that my? Have you got the
Pictures bit stretched?
your
Yes.
layout? It looks very stretched.
Yeah.
What looks very stretched? What do you mean?
All of us.
Like
Yeah.
the aspect ratio. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys do
I
look.
know them stretch faces.
Yeah, you guys do look stretched. That's because, yeah, things.
Because of stuff.
Because of stuff. All of us are stretched until we adjust somewhat. Gentleman is going to be able to make adjustments in this. Hello, everyone. Gentleman's going to be able to, who's the one who made this layout, will be able to adjust accordingly. So. See, look at Massive Death. Massive Death is like Sod. You look. look at Massive Death is like Sod. You look crazy. See, that's the real thing. Sod, you sexy mofo. They're not saying anything. They're all giving you Craigasm after Craigasm. What are you talking about? It's just an array of Craigasms.
Reveal.
Who cares what Nintendo is up to? Yeah.
Quick, turn it to the cat. No.
There we go.
What's up, Ramir? Hello, Spanky.
Say hello,
Oh,
everyone.
wow.
This is my face.
Hello, face.
I have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And I have hair, but it's very, very little.
Okay, I have to admit, Arv, this is a pretty cool backdrop.
I look like
It's like, I
Sterling.
swear it's in
Right,
there.
yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
It's in there
Wow.
somewhere.
I guess if I had sunnies, I could probably look a little bit like him, but I don't have sunnies.
Yes, no matter what, I will see his Australian voice and see no face.
Yes. just put it, get a post-it note and just block out the sections of my face.
Do you guys see the note down below? The Pride of Australia Sod that's scrolling across
Yeah.
my screen. Cujo, what's up? What's up, Draconian?
I will forever picture you as like a cat sitting on a computer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Be careful, I'm going to make him go back and do that, so...
All right, so welcome everybody. Hello everyone. Welcome to Arvin Eleron. I am your humble host. I am the DM, and I have with me the Infinity and Beyond crew. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go step by step. They are about to play the game you see, Ghosts of Dragonspear Castle, which will be an epic adventure that will be more epic than epic. And to prove all that epic, you will see how epic it is as we go through it. But I'm going to start by having us do a little bit of a sound off here before we get into the adventure. I want to welcome everybody in there. Should you just close Sod's book next cast, gentlemen? No. I expected more kangaroo. That is what we needed. My name is Arv. I am your humble DM, and I will send it over to the real stars of the adventure. This is the Infinity and Beyond Crew Plus. So I will start up on the top right, almost most bearded, with almost most bearded on the top right as you're looking, and that is Inaminatus. And Inam, could you explain who you are and who your character is?
Yeah, I'm Nominatus, fellow caster on Dredge. My character is Soliel Rain. He's going to be a human mage.
A human mage. Excellent. Also, I have a feeling your picture
I also
is...
like how I'm frozen in time.
Yep. Oh, there you are. I got you. That was my fault. I got you. There you are. Okay, Inam is there. All right, moving right along. Directly...
I cannot hold a pose that long, guys.
He's like, it was amazing. Okay, directly south of him is our good friend Optic Nerve Productions and Optic. Could you explain who you are?
I am Optic Nerve. I'll be playing Elven Mage. I don't know what else you want.
Your name. The Elven Mage's
the
name.
of the character
Yeah, how
is
do you pronounce that?
Degenie Verglass.
Degenie Verglass. Yes.
All right.
Degenie Verglass. Yes.
You're still magic already here.
And Lego, you're still a mod to me. I see your sword. Okay, south of him is some guy in front of a green screen. I know you guys have never seen this person before. But I think his name is like Fing Koom or Bing Bloom or King Foom. What's up, dude? Who are you?
I'm King Foom. I just started this Twitch thing a couple days ago. I am gonna be playing a human cleric that loves chatting with animals and secretly wishes he was a druid named. Oh, wait for it. It's clever.
Dr. Doolittle.
Fing-
No, sorry.
Fing Muficus.
Fing Muficus. Fing Muficus,
I'm
ladies and
clever with the
gentlemen.
names.
Fing Muficus. Okay. Moving directly on your screen to your left on the screen is we have my beard. We pass through my beard to the less bearded, but still slight
Yeah.
beard. John Helfers.
coming
John.
back.
John. Who the hell are you? What's your what's your character name?
I am not a streamer, so I'm the only one who doesn't, but I'm playing a halfling rogue. I notice we do not have a fighter in this group yet, which is going to be very interesting, named Cade Marmadas.
Cade Marmadas.
We are
And,
the ending in S group, I think.
I think Lanix may have just popped in, which is why.
Someone just said, "Hey, Olanix," yeah.
Which is
I'm
why my-
actually here. Yes.
Oh, there he is. And we were getting some speaker problems with Lanix, so we'll try to get Lanix back in a second. Okay.
When did I turn into a dog? When you joined the call, you sick bastard.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Yeah, what happened? Oh, hi there.
They're
Whoa,
hearing
I'm getting some
crackling.
crackling.
What is that?
Crackling.
It's not me this time.
Ah.
Damn.
Ow. I think that's coming from Inom. Can you try
Yeah, it's Inom. Wow, it sounds pretty retro.
Yeah,
No, it's still there. That who is that? Only these. What is that? Check one, check two, check one, check two.
check one. Check. Hello. Check.
Hello?
All right.
All right.
No.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So we'll try to bring Inom back in. Skype is having a heart attack and Inom has become a dog. Inom has become Shinobi. No. Why are we losing all our people? That's going to screw up. Actually, it'll only screw up Inom, so that's fine. I'm going to get him back right now. Okay. Inom is a cat for a moment.
What is that? Ah, that sound.
That's
What
the
is it?
that's the dice rolling sound.
Stop rolling.
Sorry. Sorry,
Wait,
that was
who's
me.
rolling?
That
I
was-
don't,
I
I don't
was.
see the dice.
It
Oh
should be
yeah,
not-
the dice on screen though. Okay,
Whoa.
okay.
Okay, I hear Inom.
Is it dice rolling?
Hello?
sound?
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
I-
good.
A little bloop. It sounds like
What the
a
hell
water
is
drop
that?
kind of.
I don't know. That was weird. You wanna
Was.
re-enable your video?
Oh yeah.
I think he took the blue pill.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Lanix? Give me a second. I'll get you in.
Hello?
Lanix is
Lennox, can you hear me? Lennox, hello.
No,
Oh,
he can't hear you.
Lennox,
How
what's
about
up,
your
Lennox?
Skype muted.
Okay, so I can be heard.
Okay. Yes. Give me a second, Lennox. I'm gonna send you a link to the Roll20 that you need to get an account with. I mean, it's free. It just takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of echo again. God, fluff it.
We're gonna need to set these up like the
Oh,
day
that
before.
echoes. That was pretty much unmuting Skype. So
Yeah,
you can talk to Lanix. So don't
I think
worry.
tomorrow
I gotcha.
I'll be a little late to the party as well because of work.
Okay. I just put the link in now into
There
chat.
it is. I see.
All right. So go ahead and head over there, and then when he comes up, then I will need to, of course, reorient everything because, of course. But that's okay.
Because I'm amazing and I break everything.
No, if only it were only you breaking things. It was not
Oh,
one
okay,
person.
Arv, you sound kind of cool. Now you sound kind of like a twinned version of yourself.
That's because I'm not muted in
He
Skype.
is the dungeon master.
All right, I'm now I'm muting myself in Skype now. Okay. All right, so there we should
I'm
be.
sure those show up, Cairo. I know John and Sod and myself.
I apparently
Okay.
made an
Somewhere.
account at one point.
So guys, bear with me for a second. We're just getting Lennox in here. For those of you who are wondering what's going on with him, Series Runner cannot make these first 2 sessions. So what's going to happen is we are
The
going
best
to
part is I'm
have
still in my work clothes.
we have the 5 of us.
That's the
We
best
have
part of this.
wait a second.
I do not
And he can't hear me
change.
because he's not in Skype. Lennox, be quiet for a second. Okay. So we have all of us that are here. The 5 core people, which is Anominatus, Optic Nerve, Foom, myself, and John and Sod. And speaking of Sod, let me have him introduce himself before I bring in Lennox. So
No,
all the way to the
no.
top left with the least beard.
Don't worry. I shaved it not yesterday, day before, and I will grow it while the sessions are going. So you'll slowly see an epic.
It's like a
warrior
time lapse
beard.
for the campaign.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah, I'm Sod. You know me as Sod _ on Twitch. And I'm playing a dwarf fighter named Domdor Grumblehammer.
We
Domdor
have a
Grumblehammer.
fighter, thank goodness.
Yes, and
Okay.
as we've said, Sod represents all of the internet
And
on the
yes,
southern
because I'm
hemisphere.
the Australian here, I represent the entire southern hemisphere.
Wow.
This is
All right.
proof that people actually live down there.
You could be listen, man. You could be in the same place where they faked the moon landing. Like, there's no, you know, you could be a
Now, you
studio
can
in Burbank.
claim you're in Australia. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I have to get like a wireless cam and just walk over to the Opera House and show you?
Exactly.
There you
Okay,
go.
hold on a second while I talk to Lennox. Lennox, have you made your account yet?
Apparently, I already had one, so all I had to do was recover my password.
Oh, cool. All right, and you saw the link, right? In
Link?
Skype
Are you talking about for the
Roll
Oh,
20.
I see. The
Because
one
if you
I
go
saw
to there,
link?
it'll pop you into there, and then I'm going to need to readjust the windows. I'm going to need to adjust the camera windows. By the way, this layout you folks are seeing is courtesy of my wonderful moderator, Gentleman. So you guys can all thank the gentleman. He's going to make tweaks to this based upon things that happened tonight. And, for example, so we can avoid the stretchy face. So he's going to make certain tweaks and adjustments to the backdrop. But this is his handiwork. I think it's pretty awesome. So, yeah. And we will get started as soon as Lennox gets in, and I see him there now. He's going to enable his video and voice in just a minute, and then I'm going to add him in. He will be in Series Runner's spot. Now, there are, at the moment, 3 people who are geared up for this. Lennox is going to begin. He will do the first couple sessions. Then the second person up is probably going to be Pokedude of, well, Pokedude fame. And then the third person is going to be Giltonum of Giltonum fame. So those folks are going to be rotating with Series Runner. So we have like a player to be determined later is basically the series spot. That's the way it works. So the resolution, no, I don't. It might be that a gentleman, but it's also more that like I'm basically capturing square pictures and then I'm having to put them in a rectangular space. So I think if the books were taller and narrower, it would solve most of that problem, basically. So in the meantime, we're dealing with stretchy face, but that's okay.
Yeah, you don't have to fill it all the way in the book, do you? You just
Well, I mean, I could cover it over, but I think this way it's awesome because it's like you're opening up to their world. You know what I'm saying?
fair enough.
All right, I see Lennox. Something's popping up. I see a
I don't
mic.
have a webcam. I will note.
What?
I don't have a webcam.
God damn it! I said webcam.
I don't have a webcam.
All right, actually that's fine
What?
because it means it means I won't have to. All right, I'm gonna come up with an icon for you then.
Yeah, I apologize. It's one of those things I just
DM's
never got
choice
around
of
to
an
getting.
icon.
And nobody told me webcam.
It's the 21st century. How do you not have a webcam?
I don't have a webcam. You know, I mean, I've got a 750 Ti, but
when-
who needs a webcam?
Dude, hold on. When the Mac user is giving you shit about not being up to date with your technology, you officially lose as a geek. It's over. It is over. You're done.
Oh man.
I mean, but it's all right, Lennox, because it's not like you have any experience broadcasting over the internet. Oh, wait a minute. All right, I got a perfect one. I got a perfect one for you. Let's see.
Is it a cat face?
Arv, don't make me bring up my radio experience on you. Okay.
The radio experience. The radio experience. Okay. Let me see. Let me pop that up here. Okay, this is going to be an image. This is going to be, let's see, Lennox. And let's see, browse. And let's find the thing that I did. There it is.
I think we should just leave me up as Shinobi for the entire night. I think this works.
There it is.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not
Meanwhile,
rumors.
Sob's sitting here
Here we
like,
go.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to update.
I got up at 5 a.m. for this.
I know. There we go. There you go, Lennox. That's from me to you.
Are you supposed to check?
Hey, okay, touche.
Yes. Yes.
Why you don't show me webcam? Okay. All right. So now, Lennox, I imagine you will be able to come up with a. Did I send you? Did you get sent the stuff or not? The
I sent
You
it to
player sheet?
yeah. The player character. But you sent in the packet too, right? So.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Okay. So you are going to be now, Lennox. I'm sorry about this part because we have picked everybody else. You are the human fighter. However, because you are the first person to be here, you do get to choose the name of the human fighter. So, what would you like as your name?
Why would you give me the worst job out of all of that? I can never think of names.
Dude, there's like name choosers on the internet for that. Just go find one and whip one up real quick.
Monkey says the name looks just like you.
That's pretty damn funny.
Well, I mean, this is proven. This is proven.
Well,
what I
that's the
look
thing,
like.
Lennox. You got a Facebook. Throw up a picture of yourself. Calm it down.
Yeah, come on, man.
Dude, give me a name. Give me a name
Don't take
first.
this from Arv.
Give me a name first.
Arv.
I can't think of a name, man. Come on.
All right. Wait, no, I got one. Here you go. Your name is
Jen Eric Warrior.
No. It's much better than that. Jen Eric Warrior. That's pretty good. But it's actually.
Why not just Silver Lanix?
I got this.
I got it. No. I got it.
Exactly.
Your name is Zynal Reviz,
Oh my god.
and I think you can
You know
figure
what's
out why.
Gesundheit.
I've used
what?
Zynal before. That's the worst part. Legitimately used that name as like just some off character.
No, I got that wrong. It's Zynal Revlis.
Revless.
Zynal Revlis, because
Revless actually sounds legit.
if you reverse that, it comes out to Silver Lennox. So your name is now Zynal Revlis.
You know, that's fine because everybody.
I like Cairo's suggestion of Hugh Janus.
Tempting. Very tempting, Cairo. Very tempting.
Or you can flip it around and it sounds good like Janice Hugh.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, and I made 700 in sales today, so I don't even care.
Yeah, nice, dude.
Good for you.
Zynal Revlis. Okay, so everyone, I
And
want
yet
to
you
welcome.
still couldn't afford a webcam.
I know, right?
I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, so we want to welcome everybody. We are playing D&D Next today, and D&D Next is the next edition, as you might expect, of Dungeons & Dragons. It's actually not officially being released until Gen Con this year. This is a conference or convention exclusive that I got at last year's Gen Con, so the rules are going to be a little bit, slightly out of date from even the latest beta, if any of you were doing the beta and stuff like that. But we are looking forward to fun times. Hey, Hillness, what's up? And and this is a lot of theater of the mind stuff. So if you are expecting incredible high res graphics and things like that, that's not going to occur. Although I am going to pop up a little bit of music for everybody. Let's see, and I think I'm going to go with the.
You're still on Skype too, right? Because I'm getting crazy echo.
Am I? I don't think I am. Maybe I am. Let me check and see if I am.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am. Sorry, I'm now muted. My bad.
Beautiful. Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to pop up, I think, the Chrono Cross soundtrack because it's one of my favorites, and it's fairly long. So
Marv, I love you to death, but not having two of you is the best thing ever.
you guys should tell me. You guys should tell me before. I didn't realize that was happening.
Actually, I was enjoying it after being
I
able to
actually
hear you
muted
better.
you in
so-
roll 20.
Oh,
So I
okay.
didn't hear.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Ghosts of Dragonspear Castle. I think we are all good to go. Inam is still in the process of making his, although for some reason... Oh, that's right. I have to... Wait. I have to recapture Inam so that he's not just Shinobi for the whole night. Though, I mean, I understand lots of people would like to be Shinobi, and I appreciate
Question for you
that.
guys real fast. Initiative. I can't find it in the book. What would... Is that just...
It's just
Your straight up
Your
dex?
dex mod.
It's
modifier.
D20 plus
It's
the
a
Ag
few
Dex is what it is.
factors, if I remember correctly, but this could be different. But dexterity and a few other factors like any kind of perks you have.
Right, if
And
there's
I
a
wanna
specific
say-
bonuses
Well, it's a
and things with
D20
that.
roll.
But it's a D20 roll plus that, yeah.
It'd
Well,
be
yeah,
like-
I know. I meant my modifier in...
Yeah,
on
D20
this
plus,
list.
whatever.
Right
Pretty
now,
much
it'll
your
only-
dex
it'll
is
only
the
be your
default.
dex.
Yeah, at the moment.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. If you have any perks that could help with it, then that, but I think that's it.
Okay. All right, there we go. Inam is back. So now I've got everybody here. So we are good to go. So I think we are ready. I think the only question, gentlemen, that we really need to
I
ask
didn't even
is...
have like enough time to make my character sheet or anything yet.
Yep, I know, but that's the benefit of Theater of the Mind. You're going to be doing that along with Inam while we're going. Just hope you don't get into combat. But we're going to get underway. Thank everyone for being here, by the way, in chat. And definitely thanks to all these guys for doing this as well. I think this is going to be fun. Only thing I would ask from everybody, that as we're having a good
I
time
don't
here...
hear Arv anymore. Am I the only one?
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear him.
I don't hear Arv.
In
Are
roll
you not
20?
in the roll 20?
He is in roll 20, but I don't know
I
if
am
you...
in the roll 20.
Why? Oh god damn it! Why wouldn't you be able to hear him then? 'Cause He muted Skype because he's talking.
Echo.
Highlight Arv's webcam thing, and then in the top right there should be a little speaker.
My
Make
picture.
sure that's not muted. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, on roll 20 he's talking about like hover over his webcam and then there should be like a little speaker on the top right.
I'm actually getting unable to connect due to network error. Hold on, I'm refreshing it.
Oh, lovely. Of course you are.
That's
Fortunately, I don't have to
probably
redo the
what
pictures because I have you have webcam while you know show me.
Tech issue. Okay, now I see. It's starting to work now.
Okay. So can you see and hear me now? Maybe.
Where did I put my stapler?
Can you hear us?
The dwarf is Sod.
Maybe so.
Sod is the
That's me.
As
dwarf.
soon as I share my microphone, it
Dwarf.
stops.
This
working.
one's dwarf.
Hey,
No, he can't hear you, Arv.
he still can't hear me?
No, he cannot hear you.
But you guys all can. You guys can all hear me, yeah?
I can hear you. Yes.
I
Well-
can hear you. He can't.
Okay, I can hear him until I share my microphone, and then everything just craps out.
Well, actually,
Sorry, I
Well-
like miniatures. Damn it.
you know what you could do is you could not share your microphone because you're still in Skype, so we can all hear you in Skype.
That works. I just won't share my mic then. That's
Yeah,
fine.
and then you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you right now.
Awesome, perfect, cool.
You're
All right.
apparently quieter than everybody else, but this works.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand
Yeah,
what that
me
is. It's
too.
for
That's
little
what I got.
people. Let me turn that up a little bit. I don't want to blow people away. Chat, is my sound okay? On my end, is it too loud, too quiet? I'd like to know from chat.
Son of a bitch.
Too loud, too quiet, too loud, too quiet.
I guess I'm fine here.
Okay.
Sod, how do you post the character sheets in wherever it's
Okay,
supposed to be?
Chat, everything is fine. Chat can hear
So-
everybody.
You open up your Google Drive, your actual the folder
Drive,
panes
yeah.
and all that. Yep,
Uh-huh.
you right click on it and
Awesome.
go share.
Thanks, guys. Cool.
Then click on share,
Oh god, yeah. Share.
and then
Thank you.
Then it has
We'll get started in 1
everything has
second.
access, and then you have the top one that should be like private, only you can access.
Well, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me hit that.
Click-
Hang on. Loading. Link to share. Okay, private only you can access. Okay, yeah. Yep. So change
Click
that.
change,
Okay.
and then go anyone with the link,
Okay.
wait.
Boom.
and
What
then
was
you
the
get a
name
link,
you
and you just
so wiggly chose for me there, Arv?
It was.
And then just hit save.
It was
yes, and then you'll see the link up the top.
Zynal Revlis. It's literally your name backwards.
I see. Okay,
Zynal
well,
Revlis.
I know it has a link in view, so we're all good.
know
So
what's-
you also see it. Okay, that's good enough for me. Do I need to post that now?
Yeah, you just copy and paste that link. And
Zynal
put
Revlis.
it in chat for people.
Yeah, I got it. What's worse is it sounds actually legitimate.
Crap.
Well, yeah, man. I don't mess around.
It sounds like a legitimate name.
It sounds like a legitimate name. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, and thanks to everybody in chat. The only thing I want to mention is, as we're going through this, this is for some of us. Some of the people here have not played D&D for like 20 years. For those of us who have, I've been beta testing D&D Next, but it's still a very new system, and this is an older version of a new system rule, which isn't even officially released yet. So if you are a rules lawyer, please mute yourself now. That means I am not interested in dealing with rules lawyers. We are going to have fun and going with the flow, which I think is going to be much more fun for everybody. And I'm sure that you guys can do that because, as I've said many times, you are all the best viewers on Twitch. So this will be no problem. But I'm just letting everybody know.
And half the fun is just mixing it up anyway. If you follow rules straight on, it's just no fun.
Exactly. So, all right, cool. So, gentlemen, I just want to set the scene for you a little bit. This takes place in and around Daggerford.
Hey, Topkin.
And one thing that I want to mention about that is that one of you, and specifically the person that I'm thinking of here, is actually Domdor Grumblehammer, has family near Daggerford. So you actually have a cousin who's here. So you've actually visited Daggerford before. And I mention that because you're very familiar with the town. You know a lot about the people who hang out there and all that kind of stuff. And so I want to mention that because that's going to be something that will come up later on. Not all of you are new. The rest of you, however, have managed, trickled your way up and down the Sword Coast from various places and have made your way essentially to Daggerford. And you've done a few little minor adventures before this, actually working together. It's kind of like a pickup group in basketball. You know, first of all, you're like, hey, you want to go full court? And everyone's like, sure. And then you went up and you killed some kobolds and, you know, you did little minor stuff like that. And you've essentially established yourself as a crew. And one of you has come up with the idea, and I believe it was actually the person who came up with the idea was Dejini Verglis, who at one moment had this revelation and said, guys, we could call ourselves Infinity and Beyond. And you were all like, why would we do that? And you're like, I just feel like we should. And so you all agreed to it. And so your company name is Infinity and Beyond, or IAB for short. And so you made quite a name for yourself. But you've noticed that over the last month or so, roughly speaking, although you were planning on gradually building your wealth and making a name for yourself, you notice that there has been something different in the air. You can't really put your finger on what, except to say that you have been somewhat uncomfortable. The atmosphere seems strange. People look suspiciously at each other, and there just seems to be a general sense of unease and discomfort in the air. And you're looking forward to a celebration in midsummer, because midsummer is always, as Domdor knows, midsummer is the time. If you want to be like in a place, you want to be in Daggerford in midsummer. Like there's awesome festivals, like it's just, it's attractive, people for days, whatever you want, men, women, orcs, dwarves, yeah, whatever you like. It's a great time, right?
I got laid. I got my first human prostitute.
Right.
So
right.
It was a good session. I have to
Good
say.
times.
Right.
Good
Right.
times.
It was in the Bearded Lady, which is in one corner of the town. So it was good. It was good times. And Cade Marmados is an expert dagger thrower. So he actually was going over and he was like winning those big stuffed animals by throwing the daggers. And they actually kicked him out because he had won too many in a row and stuff like that. So this is a good time. And the problem that you have now is that every time Midsummer happens, the population of Daggerford swells because people partake in this annual festival of games with merchants hawking their wares and all that kind of stuff. But this year, things are a little different, as I mentioned, because ill weather has dampened this year's festivities. Torrential rain falls from thick black clouds as wild coastal winds howl through the darkened streets. Guests pack the local inns and taverns hoping for some reprieve while keeping their spirits high with drinking games and music, but the storm has been relentless and there's no end in sight. And Fing Muficus, let me just say to you that one of the things you've noticed is that this weather does not feel natural. You're kind of you like the concept of druidy, even if you haven't been a druid, but you like the concept, so you like wandering around in the forest quite a bit, and the trees feel strange, and the storm feels unnatural, the rain is too cold, it's too strong, you know what I mean? It just feels off to you. And again, that all seems to build this sense of foreboding that you have. And not surprisingly, this storm has given rise to lots of gossip about recent event in town. And the most notable event, which happened only a week ago, was the capture of a tattooed man believed to be a red wizard of Thay. Well, what would a red wizard be doing so far from home, you ask? And for those of you who don't know, the Red Wizards of Thay are a somewhat evil and highly mysterious and secretive group of wizards that do strange things for their own power and ends, but they meddle a lot in the business of others, and they're generally not good guys. So the question is, what would a red wizard be doing so far from home? Because Thay is not really close to Daggerford. Well, according to the local gossip mongers, he was magically disguised and working for Lord Flotian as a gardener of all things. That's right. The same Lord Flotian, whose estate was attacked and looted by orcs and half-orcs 2 weeks ago. They say the Red Wizard was behind it, and that's why he is doomed to hang after the festival. It's a good thing Lord Flotian wasn't home during the attack, because he could have been captured and taken away by the orcs. That's what happened to his servants, gods protect them. One can only imagine their horrible fate. And so you guys are basically sitting here in the tavern on the morning of the hanging. The hanging is going to occur in short order, and so that now allows me to leave it up to you guys. What do you want to do? You're all sitting in the tavern after a relatively good night's rest, still drizzling outside, and the hanging is going to happen soon.
So,
Always got time to see a good hanging.
yeah,
Especially for a red wizard.
I'm happy to just head over and check out the
Yeah,
hanging.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna grab I'll grab my cousin as well. Go check him out. Go grab him. See
Okay.
if he's still check out the hanging as well.
And as you know him, his name is actually Bombor Mumbleaxe. So you take Bombor Mumbleaxe hangs out with you. He's a nice dwarf. He looks a little bit similar to you, Domdor, except he's a little shorter. And his beard is
I'm the tallest in the family.
Yeah, well that's and his axe is notched from this one time that he hit an orc but didn't quite cut his head off, and it just took a big chunk out of it. But he likes it as like a war wound, so it works with the ladies at the Bearded Lady. So
I was gonna mention that's another one of my traits that I'm gonna roll with. I may drink a little too much. Is there any way that I can grab a mead real quick?
absolutely, sure. I mean, the bartender
One for the
is actually right now he's sort of sleeping in a pile of his own drool behind the bar where he had a little bit too much. So it's pretty much unoccupied. If you want to just grab a mug and
Just grab one.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Fing, make that 2.
Yes,
Yeah,
thing two.
Yeah,
Okay, so two of them.
You know.
Okay, well, so Cade comes over to the bar and he tries to
Freeze.
like so
Exactly.
he's
Up
like
there. I'll grab one and hand it to him.
okay.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys are
Half
heading over to
designed for halflings.
so you guys all heading over to see the hanging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you head over
Drinks
there.
in hand.
Drinks in hand. Yeah, it's a festive occasion for sure.
That's right.
The foul weather just will not let up. Wet banners flap in the cool morning wind as a grim, rain-drenched crowd gathers around the wooden gallows in the town. The square, like laden with what look like full water skins. Like there's a lot of, so you see them stumbling in with that. It's a
And
little.
from a distance, I'm just holding one up, smiling, and like, wait, we're good to go.
We're gonna need an extra horse. Here we go again.
That is possibly the best preparation for like potentially running into a dragon I've ever seen.
Yeah, I gotta give points for that. That's true.
They double as Molotov cocktails.
We got this.
Is Istavold still with us in the square?
He has not shown up yet. You're beginning to see the militia people are starting to mill about, all on horses. They all seem to be excited and talking to each other. Istavold has not appeared yet.
Okay, well I'm gonna head back to where I'm staying and
Okay.
grab all my gear, as well as I might head to the shop and quickly buy an extra healer kit
Okay.
and some extra rations.
Okay, you were in the
So-
second. You were on the second floor of that tavern, so you definitely. It's
Yeah.
only it's like a couple minutes from here, and the streets are deserted, so you can get there pretty quickly.
well,
Assuming
we'll
you
tavern-
double time it, I assume.
Yeah, will the tavern also sell healers kits and all that, or do you have to go to a shop?
No, there would be a shop, but there are definitely there's definitely a store in Daggerford that you
There's
can
much
find that in.
heals
Well,
at
they'll
the
sell
tavern.
rations though.
There's much that heals at the tavern. Yeah.
Tavern would sell rations, wouldn't they?
The tavern does not. Well, the tavern, yes, the tavern has food. The tavern has food, although it's not really in the adventuring business. Like, I mean, it provides like food. Like, there's not a lot of to-go boxes. You know what I mean in the tavern.
Someone
so
say
I'll
hot
just tell-
wings.
I'm telling everyone. I'll just tell the party now that I'm going to grab my gear. I'll also buy some extra rations and healer kit, and meet you back here when we're about to head out. And that's it. So I'll head
Okay.
north.
Okay.
Arv, while the guys were meeting up in the tavern, I was actually getting some of my gear from upstairs too.
Okay, that's fine.
So
you've-
I usually have it mostly on me anyway, so I'm all it took like 2 minutes to get ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. So you've got your gear now. You've got your gear all set up, and yeah, you're able to go. And if you look at that equipment list, sod in the back, that'll show you what the costs are in Daggerford at the place that you go. So you can get pretty much all of those items that are there that you would like,
Yeah.
including rations and such. And that is on page 190. Sorry, not 196.
198.
198. Thank you. There is a weapons shop, but that's a little bit more like there's a couple of different ones, and it would take you a little bit longer. But the sort of general store is available to you, and that is on 198, as you said.
Yep, I'm just getting to it now. 198.
198. I don't think I got anything
There
that
it
has
is.
that many pages.
No, you do. You're just
Oofda.
not seeing it. It'll say 50.
I sent you
at the
both
top,
of them.
but-
It's a different PDF.
Yeah, and it's the second half of this book that I have, Lennox. So it wouldn't
And it's
look
the
like that in
actual,
PDF.
Like what the page number would be in the book, not
Oh,
what it
okay,
displays on
yeah,
the PDF.
Okay,
Right,
yeah, because I'm
right,
looking at
right.
272. Okay, that
Alright,
makes
so 5 gold for the healer's kit.
Yes.
So that puts me down to
Oh, there's the weight.
puts me down to 7 gold, and I'll just add that.
Yeah, I was
And I'll also get 4 more rations for 4 more days, so we have 8 days of rations. I have a feeling we'll need it. I just have this feeling if there is a siege or some sort going on, we may need extra rations.
And
And
hi.
that's-
Sorry, go ahead, dude.
I'm just saying that's 4 silver, so that puts me to 6 gold
Yep.
and 9.
Also,
is it 9 silver. So I have
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
rations
And
for
actually,
8 days.
Shovel has weight here, Stott. 8 pounds.
It does? I didn't see
Yeah.
it. Sorry. Sweet.
And a hell lot
I'm
of bulk.
gonna get really into character here. Oh, the mead's running through me. I need to take a quick dribble. I'll be right back.
All right. All right.
Way to embrace it there.
As Foom is doing that, I wanted to mention, by the way, that the person who's the blacksmith in Daggerford, who does a lot of the weaponry and things like that, is actually a dwarf. His name is Derval Iron Eater. At the moment, he actually, the blacksmith is actually not closed. It was closed for the sort of summer festival games at the moment. The adventurer is open because the general store is always open. It's actually run by a guy named Falarian Philvin Dorson, who is a retired thief. Some people think he still is a thief based on the prices he charges, but he swears that these are the best ones he could get. Anyway, his store is always open. It seems like he's open 24/7, so that's where you're able to get your supplies from and stuff.
Great.
So as soon as Foom comes back, you'll be able to set off. And in the meantime, I'll mention that at the militia now, the square is now fairly full with horses and people. And as you kind of take a look around, they sort of look at you curiously. Most of them wave, because most of them know of you at the very least. And you see a couple of fairly relieved looks from people, because you can tell that they're a little bit nervous, and they're sort of happy to see you. But most people are just kind of wondering what's going to happen. So you can hear people chattering. You'd have to get closer to them if you wanted to hear what they were saying. But they are definitely having conversations with each other all around the square.
Actually, Arv, I will eavesdrop then.
Okay. So you head over and go ahead and make. Let me see. Let's make it an intelligence check. And just add your modifier for me.
Can't do charisma?
Nope. Because you're eavesdropping. You're not actually.
I'm not engaging him. That's a good point.
Correct.
Charismatically eavesdrop.
You charismatically. Right. If they find out and catch you, you'll need to use charisma.
Eavesdropping casually. There's a difference. 14.
Okay. Let's see. Where did that die keep rolling? Is it there? I just want to make sure I get the dice roller here if I can. Okay, 14. So you hear two of them chatting to each other, and there's one who's got this, one who looks older and one younger, and the younger one is saying, Dad, I tell you, I'm old enough to go on this journey. He says, son, don't do what I'm telling you. You gotta go back to your ma. This isn't any place for a child to be. Dad, I'm not a child. I'm at least 17. You're not a day over 15. I ought to know when we conceived you. Dad, don't talk about when you and Ma conceived me. Oh, don't you talk back. Dad, do you think we're going to make it through? We'll be fine. I mean, I'll be fine. Now, I'm telling you, get back to your Ma. No, I'm not going back to Ma, Dad. You need me. You can't even hold your sword right anymore. That's nonsense. Look at this. And he whips his sword out, and he whips it right behind him. I need you to make a dexterity check for me, Cade.
We're not even out of the city, and you're gonna.
Yeah, really. 13. Not that much better.
Well, it actually you do manage to dodge out of the way, and it sort of embeds in the ground. And he looks around. He's like, "Oh, I apologize. It's this damn new hilt. Every time the blacksmith works on it, that dwarf is a fool. You can't trust them dwarves." And then he sees Domdor. He's like, "I mean, you can't trust some dwarves. You know what I'm saying, huh?" Eh?
How old is this guy?
He looks like he's in his maybe his early 70s. He's kind of doddering. I mean, he's not falling over himself, but so he picks up the sword and he kind of
hold on with sword.
Yeah, he picks up the sword and he kind of sheathes it again. He says, "I apologize about that. Didn't mean to hit you there. I didn't know anyone was actually close by. And why were you close by actually?"
No reason. Certainly not looking to get hit in the head with your there.
And you look around and you realize that basically everyone else has clustered everywhere else, and these guys are standing by their horses, and it's them and the horses and you, and everyone else is back 10 feet, and you're just next to them.
Problem. It's actually I was admiring your mount there, but I had to take a step back when your sword left your hand accidentally.
It's a fine horse. It's a fine horse, Dad.
Yeah,
but really, Dad, don't let's go back to son. I'm telling you to go back to your ma. Well, let's let him decide it. And the son turns to you, Cade, and he says, "Don't you think I'm 18. Don't you think I'm old enough to go?" And he pulls himself up to his full height. And you notice, by the way, that he first said 17, and now he's added a year onto his age.
Yep,
so he says, "I'm at least 18," and he pulls himself up, and he lifts himself up to his full 5.5-foot height, and he's like, "I can do it. I can do it. I can do it, right?" And he looks at you, and then he draws his sword, and he doesn't let it fly out of its scabbard. In fairness,
that's a plus right there.
And he looks at you, and so the dad looks at you.
Right before my eyes, it looks like.
Yeah, so both of them look at you.
Yeah, it was look, we need all the men we can get. I'll be honest about it.
This is a boy, not a man. It's the boy.
Looks man enough to me.
Well,
And if he
you're
can
a.
ride and-
I
and
mean,
he held his sword better than you did. So
That's-
if he can ride and hold the sword, come on. Start turning to walk away.
okay. So on the way backwards, you hear them say, "That goddamn half-human man of God," and he like mutters something else. So by this time, yeah, by this time you notice that Fing has toddled back over, and just as all of them are sort of gathered around, you hear this hush all of a sudden fall over the crowd, and then you look over and you see Istival coming in, and Istival is dressed in the full regalia. He's actually known as a purple knight, so he has purple flames emblazoned. His helmet has got the sun, a purple sun emblazoned on it as well. And as he's riding his warhorse, which by the way is a legitimate warhorse, not one of these broken down nags that a lot of the others have. This thing is no joke. I mean, it comes in fully armored, and he walks into the middle, and everyone kind of makes a circle around him, and he turns the horse around in this very smooth pattern. He looks all around them, and he looks at all of you and says, "All right, men, we didn't ask for this fight, but we will bring it to them. We're going to Crom's Hold. We're not going to take on any unnecessary risks, but we will do what is needed to secure Daggerford." And he looks at each one of them, and all of them sort of bow their heads, and then he looks at each one of you.
And
I'm
I
nodding,
nod.
that's all he gets.
I nod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Festival.
All right.
He knows-
Mow schmow.
He looks at each one of you. He assumes Cade bows.
I just got back from the bathroom. I have no idea what is going on right now.
All right, then let us be off. And he sort of spurs his horse, and he gets in the horse and he goes. And as he's riding out and the militia start to follow him, you all notice that there are 6 horses that have been brought up. 6 horses that are without riders, and a somewhat smaller one for Cade.
Rock on.
All right.
So before we
Let's
head
do
out,
it.
I'm gonna quickly tell Bombor to stay. You have to stay here, of course. You can't come. And if you could just
What?
Send a note over to back to the family in
No,
Mithril.
wait just a minute. I am just as good a fighter
No,
as
no,
ever.
no, that was years ago.
No, I'm good.
You haven't
I'm
gone
good at
out in
this.
4 years.
But do you see this
might be
axe?
useful
Look
here.
at this
No.
axe. He shows the axe.
That's my axe. Why is
Oh.
my axe?
Oh, that's right. Here, have your axe. And then he's like, "Do you see this axe?" And he pulls out his super notched axe. He's like, "This thing cut off the head of 5 orcs at once."
Okay, cut
With
it-
my
cut
eyes
the tree
closed.
Over there. Can you see the tree over there?
That I
Cut
wanna
the
see.
tree over there. I want to see you do it. Go
He
on,
he
do
sort of stumbles over and he embeds his axe directly into the side beam of a house. He's like, "There, see?" And then someone comes out of the house and they kind of look like this, like.
it.
He's like, I was just showing you what I could do to a house if I wanted to.
Smack him on the back of the head. You
It
idiot.
was coming right for you, wasn't it? It's like, get on my smaller horse.
He kind of rips the axe out. He's like, "All right, fine, but listen to me, Domdor. If you come back dead, we're gonna have words, you and me." And then he comes over and he kind of does the dwarf headbutt, you know.
Yeah,
And then he claps you on the back and he waves to all of you. "Now you all keep my cousin safe, all right?"
I think you got that the other way around, buddy.
All right.
Keep
Well,
us
I have
safe.
faith in all of you. And he kind
there
of
you go.
waves and then stumbles off with all of your mugs
I'm
of mead.
just face palming the whole time.
Yeah. Intact. Okay.
Is he
all
old or
just
just drunk?
He's kind of a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
There you
going
go.
around, apparently.
Yes.
What?
Oh man.
So,
Okay.
as we head out, I want to pull up next to Fing's horse.
Yeah.
If he's still on it by the time we leave town. And point out did the old man and the young man are they with us in the group, by the way?
They're actually ahead of you a good ways though. I mean they're
That's
in
fine.
the,
That's fine. I
yeah.
don't need them here right now.
Yeah,
I
they're-
just need to point them out to him.
Oh yeah, they're there. Yep.
Okay. Fing, do me a favor when you have a chance. Go talk to those two and when we stop to rest the horses or whatever, and tell the young one or the old one you're gonna cast some sort of blessing on him that'll protect him in combat, so the old man will shut up about his son being out here with the rest of the militia.
Nice.
Even if you don't do it, even if you can't do it for real, just make something up.
What if I
Okay.
just charm him?
Yeah, that's fine too. I don't care. I don't care. But the old man is really getting on my nerves. Plus, he almost tried to brain me with a sword by accident. So I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Total accident. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Anyone else have anything else they want to say to each other as you ride along?
Oh, we're already riding.
You are. Yeah, you're just on the outskirts of town. Like you just got on the horse.
It's fine. It's just a William. That's right.
Shoot.
I've been just
Stay
following
together.
around the whole time.
Why were you going
I
to
don't-
grab something else?
I don't know how we got here.
He's like just coming to.
Well, okay.
What happens in Daggerford stays in Daggerford, right?
I was just gonna fart around and try and use my divine intervention for no apparent reason, but whatever.
Oh
Just
goodness.
stay in the middle and follow the person in front of you. You don't need to do anything else. Just
Okay,
How did I get so tall?
Right.
My rock back and
Let
forth.
the
I don't
horse-
that
understand.
I can do. That I can
All right. So you guys are on your way out, and as you guys are going along, by the way, Zynal, do me a favor and make an intelligence check for me, please.
For the record, I'm kind of hanging towards the back of the pack, reading a book.
Okay.
By the way, did I ever mention that horse riding makes me a bit nauseous?
Yes, you noticed that Thing is a bit seasick, for sure. Lennox,
I
did
moved
you?
my horse
Yeah, I'm doing it
further
now. I had
away?
to check to see what the modifier was.
Okay.
Oh,
Really? I got a 1. A 1.
Where are the dice? Why are the dice not rolling on my screen? I don't understand.
He might not
They're
have
short-
his
they're short-
3D
they're
dice
short on
set.
mine.
3D enabled. The 3D dice enabled.
Oh.
He needs to do that himself.
Yeah, can
Oh.
you enable your 3D
Oh.
dice? That would help.
Enabled. There we go.
Go ahead and roll that again.
I'll take it because that was a 1.
there you go.
Yes, he gets a free reroll.
Yeah. Do I get a mulligan, Arv?
And only in certain circumstances when you don't have your 3D dice enabled.
Yeah, I get 10.
So 10 plus anything or no?
No, I get no modifier for
That's
intelligence.
enough though. You actually next to you you hear sort of a sniffing sound, like a slight sniffling sound below you, back behind you as you're riding out of town. It seems to
Not
be
me.
over to the right, behind a bush. It seems to be coming from.
Boom.
All right, I kind of signal everybody to kind of keep going. I want to go check it out, make sure we're not getting followed or something.
Okay. So as you get over, you see that the bush seems to be rustling a little bit.
Charge it.
YOLO! Yeah.
We're level 1. Leave it alone. Leave it
Actually,
alone.
I just kind of pull out my sword and I just kind of poke out the brush a little bit, trying to whatever back there, trying to scare it out.
Okay. And you hear this. You hear. That's what you hear.
I actually shout to the other guys. It's like, hey, there might be a problem over here.
Okay.
Oh, everyone stop, turn around, what's happening?
I look up from
Having
my
dinner.
spell book to see what's going on.
Okay.
I quickly clear the brush to see what was underneath it.
You see a little boy lying on the ground. He seems to be crying.
You just turned us into babysitters.
And he looks up and he says, "Are you gonna have marks on you, and are they gonna go around on your body and then they're gonna stop when you die?" And you realize that he obviously must have seen the hanging that just happened.
And it freaked him out.
I bought ropes at
Oh
the
my.
store,
I
so if
can't-
we
I
need to
can't-
get rid of this guy.
Fing, give him a shot of mead.
Well, he's
Well,
hard for life.
Fing's not now. Fing is not hurting this yet. None of you have heard this, so the only
No,
one
we're-
who's right
no,
there
we're
is
further
Arnold.
No,
ahead.
he called us.
Further ahead.
I did call.
No, you called, but
Yeah,
it wasn't. I assumed you didn't
we're
gallop at
still-
full
we're-
blast back to him.
Yeah, we turned around, but we're like, it's still a
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And I'm not going to miss this opportunity. I just kind of put the sword back in his sheath, and I just kind of do a little bit of pose, and my and it's like, you really think I would get hurt?
And he goes,
Stoic.
well, I mean, aren't you going to get hurt? And what are you going to die?
I just kind of point towards the others and just like. Even it's like with these men.
Yes,
I
yes,
think-
gentlemen. Yes.
And at this point, you see Fing kind of listing back and forth like he's about to fall off his horse, and the
Hey,
boy
how
the
far
boy
is
the boy kind of looks
right
up
now?
at Fing. He
I
just
just
he
kinda
sees
wave
you,
the idea away. And just don't even pay attention to that guy.
but he looks back. He says, "Okay, because I otherwise." If I don't know what to do if other people die, because my daddy isn't here anymore and it's just me and my mommy, and I don't know how to keep her safe. I'm supposed to keep her safe because I'm the only man in the house. You think he's maybe 7 or 8. He's like, I'm the only man in the house. That's why I came to see what happened to the bad man, because I'm supposed to keep my mommy safe.
You could tie him up and traffic him into the underworld.
Under
Zeno,
dark.
why-
Under dark.
Why are you talking to that bush for so long? What's going on over there?
I just like completely ignore him. I mean,
Come on, Zeno. You can get a
Well,
date
his
on
life
this.
is-
dude, you're giving me the hard one here. I see how it is.
Mm.
Fine, I'm gonna stumble on over there and see what's going on.
I just reassuringly like pat him on the head or whatever. It's like,
All right.
kinda, I don't even really say anything. I just like give him a reassuring smile or whatever.
All right. Okay. I guess I'll go back and tell my mommy it's okay. If you think it's okay, you're not gonna die and you're not gonna let any of us die, right?
I just nod. It's like everything will be fine.
Okay. Well, my name is Sarvin. My name is Sarvin, and I live right there. Sarvin.
Really?
It's not the same spelling at all.
Small Arvin.
No, God no. Sarven. But he's like I Sarvin, and I live down there, and he points like towards Daggerford, which could be anywhere. Like he's just kind of like waves vaguely in that direction.
So now Lennox is still the only one that can see this kid right now.
No, you're now close enough that you can
I'm
see him.
close enough. I stumbled on over there.
Yes, and he's and you see it's this little boy. You guys can see Cade and Fing. You guys can both see that he's sort of has like this tear-streaked face, but he looks like he's not crying anymore. And you see Zynal is actually like patting him on the head as he comes close. And as he sees you two, he kind of looks at you and he gives you a smile, and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna go back now and tell my mommy that we're not gonna die." And then he goes and he says, "Thank you." And he runs off with he's going, "We're not going to die, everybody. Mommy, we're not going to die. We're not going to die." And you hear him like for like at least another couple of minutes, like just trailing off. We're not going to die. Like as he runs back into town.
Zeno, do you have a shield? As a warrior, do you have a shield?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I actually
Do you want to throw it at him, Captain America style?
No.
That's what Guapo wants.
Collect a magic missile off and make it look fancy.
I said, did you tell him you'll come back with your shield or on it?
Well, Guapo has been asking you to slaughter him. He's like, "No, not the little kid. I don't care."
Like, come on. I'm chaotic, but I'm still chaotic good.
I kind of had the notion.
Yeah,
I was
so am
like,
I. What's
well,
your point?
He's obviously screwed up for the rest of his life. We should probably just make this simple on him.
And he already ran off. I was gonna give him some money and tell him to buy a sword and learn how to use it to protect himself and his mom.
That would have been a good thought. He was
I was gonna tie him up. If I'm to pursue my career in necromancy, I need bodies.
especially fresh bodies.
True.
All right. Well, now you notice that the militia is kind of beginning to disappear into the distance a little bit.
Supposed to better catch up with him.
We should probably catch up. Yeah.
Let's go, guys. We've got to get going.
Okay. So you guys
Kids
remount.
these days just need to take their bullocks out of their pockets.
Exactly.
Man up.
20 silver says we're gonna find that kid later in a burned house.
You ride south for several hours past farmhouses and cottages. Under stormy skies, you finally see Crom's Hold, which is a stark castle, little more than a squat keep surrounded by an outer wall. It looks like it has seen many repairs over the years. Galloping across... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, is the storm getting worse?
No, does not seem to be getting worse. Sometimes it's overcast, sometimes it's storming on and off, basically, but not worse from what you can tell.
This cleric needs a nap.
Do we see any, like, going to be, like, so it's just a storm, or is there going to be rain?
So far, it's the storm. The thunder seems to have retreated to a distance a little bit. I mean, you can hear the thunder rumbling in the distance. Definitely the roads you've been on are a little bit muddy from the constant on and off rain. The roads are not in the greatest repair, but as you get a little bit closer to the keep, you notice that it actually is improving a bit, which fits with what you know, a little bit of Baroness Wynn, which we'll talk about in a minute when you see her. And as you gallop across this open field leading to the hold, you do not see or hear signs of battle. In fact, there's kind of besides the rumbling thunder and the sound of the horses' hooves, it's kind of quiet all around you. There is some thunder in the distance that rolls the sky as you approach. The rain turns to mist, and a cool coastal wind washes over you. The gates of Crom's Hold open as you approach. Behind the outer wall is a bailey within a well, a stable, a small pasture, and a training yard. The keep itself is a simple manor house that looks relatively new. You see a row of 6 human corpses in the yard, and you also see 6 guards standing watch along the west wall. An armored woman in her mid-30s emerges from the manor accompanied by an armored man with a bandaged shoulder wound. As they approach, the woman removes one gauntlet and extends a hand to Sir Istival. "Welcome to Crom's Hold." "Baroness Wynne," the knight replies. "Don't tell me you've slain and buried the dragon already." "I'm afraid not," she said dryly. "I'm not as young as I used to be. But enough of that. My sergeant here is stricken by a poisoned wound." And she points over to the man, and you can see that his shoulder that he's clutching, he's kind of shivering, and his eyes seem a little bit glazed, and there seem to be some issues there.
Yep, he's a debtor.
And she looks at all of you.
Yep. So, can I spot from here if any of the keep is damaged?
You do notice that there seems to be a couple of structural anomalies, maybe, but you can't tell if it's recent or if it's from the distant past. I mean, clearly this keep has seen a bunch of battles. You don't see, like, a destroyed wall, like a dragon, like, you know, slapped it with its wing or something. Definitely not that. The sergeant does seem to be getting worse, and she kind of looks at all of you expectantly.
Hey,
So-
Fing, why don't you get in there?
Yeah, we should head over. Head over.
Okay.
Walk over.
Call
and
over to Isabel. Tell Isabel
See
that
if
we're gonna check.
there's anything
Yeah,
I
we'll-
can do.
Are you guys dismounting, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Okay, so you dismount and you head over. Fing, what do you want to do? You how do you want to handle this guy?
I check on his condition, see if I can see if there's anything I can do with this. I don't think
So-
I have anything prepared for this situation.
Well, you might. Depends on what you've got in the toolkit as a healer, I guess I'd say. You being the healer.
Yes.
But when you examine the wound, you do notice that the wound is not that large. There's definitely what looks like the bottom half of a dart that may have broken off in the wound, but it's not a big wound. I mean, it's not anywhere near any major like arteries or anything. But there's an ugly bluish purplish ring around it, and it looks, whether it's infected or not, you can't tell, but something is clearly off, and you can tell without even doing a check that there's poison going on here. Yes.
Is there any chance that I can try and find out what type of poison it was?
Possibly. If you have some kind of I believe it would be healing lore or something of the equivalent. It's a wisdom check plus, but let me see. Hold on.
I have
blah.
forbidden, political, and religious.
No. Okay. Yes. You were able to do this because you actually have the light. You actually, because of your healing, have some knowledge of this. So, I will allow you to go ahead and roll a wisdom check on this one,
Okay.
and then you add your bonus, of course.
Yep. All right. With my lore bonus or no?
No, not
No.
your lore. No.
Okay.
So just the +3, I think.
Oh, nice. 22.
22.
Sweet.
Do you have the 3D dice activated, Film?
I do.
Yeah,
it just
I saw
it
it.
just
I saw it.
went under my
Yep.
avatar there.
Oh, okay. I
all
missed
the
it.
dice
Okay.
are popping up for me on the side.
Got you. I got to figure out how to
Yeah.
capture this
The
differently. Okay, that's
sidebar is
fine.
Awesome.
No, that's fine. Okay, so what did you get now? I'm sorry.
22.
22. Okay. Yes. So you definitely are able to determine that this is poison, and that the particular kind of poison is not too difficult to deal with as long as you apply some kind of magical healing to it. So you've got to apply. It's not just enough to do like a healer's kit, though. You need some kind of magical healing.
I did have cure wounds prepared, but I don't think that would that.
Any kind of
Yes,
magical
it's
healing
just
would do.
like-
Yeah.
He's saying, yeah, pretty much that'll do it.
Okay.
I would think
Then
so.
can I ask if he will allow me to attempt to cure wounds?
He's like that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do it anyways.
Okay, so go ahead. So you intone. So what is that? What is that? How does that go? That when you intone that what are we talking about here?
Where am I? God, I got so many things open. This is why I need to finish.
This
my
is-
character sheet.
This is coming straight from your brain, actually.
Yeah.
I just want you to intone a healing for me.
Oh, what, like a chant?
Yeah.
Hard copy for the win.
Sing it, baby. Sing it. Come on. Lay your hands on me. You know, come on.
Yeah, you could do the lay your hands on me. No, let's let him do it.
I don't know.
Just say
By
what
the-
you do.
By the power of the gods above and the mead in my belly, I attempt to heal you.
Ain't you jelly or something? All right. Okay.
We have a cleric brewer on our hands.
All right. Well, with that powerful chant, you see light glowing around Fing's hands. Light glowing around Fing's hands, and the light flows into his wound. And somewhere in the distance, you hear like that, and then you see the bluish and purplish tint starting to fade, and then with a boop. The bottom half of the dart actually pops out and lands on the ground.
That's what I want to look at.
And it all sort of, the wound kind of knits over, and he looks at you and he's still like shivering, but you can tell he's like, thank you, healer, thank you. And everyone kind of looks at you like, and one of them's like,
Actually,
aren't
does
you
stop.
jelly, huh? One of the soldiers like, and so you see people like whispering to each other, and the dart is now on the ground by his feet.
I
So
go pick
there
that
were
up.
5 soldiers
Right,
there. Yeah,
okay.
is that correct?
All right, I'm sorry. What's up?
There were
Saad?
5 soldiers there. Yes, on the ground. Is that
There were
what it's called?
6 corpses.
6.
Well, you said
6.
bodies, you didn't say
Are they
necessarily
all,
souls.
and he's the only one alive. He was the only one. On
No, there's 6 corpses and there's 6 guards standing watch.
Studying, you know.
So are you studying out loud, kind of like, like are you studying like, you know, like outwardly? I mean, so people can hear you. Is it a very silent kind of?
Just reading in my spell book and going over, memorizing stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting
Sounds good.
prepared.
I love Monkey and Dark Lunar. Monkey's like a pillow, shocked face. Lunar's like a pillow, smiley face. Everyone's like a pillow. Yay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Commando. I think it'll be a lot of fun, man. I like the idea.
Okay. Now,
Honorium, kill this monster while he is asleep.
that's right. Okay. Now, before I get to the library, Domdor, I'm sorry. What did you say you were doing?
talking to the soldiers to get.
Oh, right. That's right.
Am
That's
I
right.
just
So you
passing
were already
on a
taken care of.
bench? Is
You
that
already
where I'm
taken
at,
care of.
just on the table.
Yeah, it's more like kind of like, you know, like head on like table like that. Yeah. Very, very comfortable. You won't have any crick in your neck at all when you wake up like that.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, sure. That happens all the time. This is luxury, you know.
Awful face.
He got this wood imprint on his face from doing it so many times. Like, yeah, you know.
Okay, now Zynal and Cade, you guys make your way down, and you actually ask a couple directions. You have a couple servants.
I do grab a hunk of bread and cheese for the road, by the way.
Okay, well, you were not there when the crate was pulled out, though, so you actually don't know about the bread and
that's right. We
cheese.
hit it right down to the library.
Right,
Okay.
Yeah,
so
right there.
none of that happens. So you were on your way down to Zynal, your stomach grumbling. And as you go down, you ask a couple of servants, and they kind of give you these weird looks. And one of them sort of waves in the direction, roughly, of the basement. So as you keep going down, you finally get down to the basement. And when you get down there, it's strange because you just see, like, this stone room. Like, it's a fairly small stone room. It's just there. So, yeah, it's just a small stone room at the bottom of these stairs, and it seems to be empty.
And this was supposed to be the library, or
She ain't much the reading type.
Well,
apparently.
that's where they pointed her. They said they pointed you in this direction, and you got to the bottom, and it just looks like bare stone walls and an open stone room.
Poke around a bit in the room.
yeah,
Okay, what are you poking around? Like, how are you poking around? What are you doing
There-
specifically?
it's literally just this big open empty room. There's nothing in there at all.
Actually,
Correct.
it's a small room.
It's made
I
not
wanna
very
keep
large.
it-
Correct.
Yeah.
Not very large.
No.
Like maybe 10 by 10. Not very large. And it's empty. Yes. And it's at the foot of these stairs, which is weird. There's not even a door leading to it. It's like the stairs lead right into this room.
Honestly, I want to check for anything like hidden, like switches or something. This is kind of silly.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
hold on, Zeno, if you don't mind, before he goes in, is it like dusty empty or clean empty?
Clean empty.
Yeah, I definitely.
Okay,
wanna start.
now let's take a look. Yes, I'm gonna do the same thing pretty
Yeah,
much.
there's
Odd
something
stones,
hidden here.
pegs or holes in the wall that look like they've been man-made, stuff
Just
like
like
that.
you look at the two of them and like some random rumors like touching all the walls.
Okay, so both of you guys, I would like to make, please, an intelligence check. Are you, as you're doing this, like, what exactly are you guys, as you're checking, what's the nature of your check? Like,
I'm
what
just-
each
I'm
specifically doing?
Yeah, I'm just checking walls for any loose stones, stuff like that. Kind of
Okay.
typical secret room kind of thing.
Okay.
Pretty much, I'll check the floor for plates. I'll check the walls as well. Like, divide it up. He'll take one half. I'll take the other half.
Okay.
And,
You look very
Um,
silly to any random person, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to give Cade, by nature of the fact that he is used to dealing sometimes with traps and things like that. So, Cade, I'm going to give you advantage on this, and what that means is you're going to roll 2 dice, 2 20-sided, and you will take the higher of the rolls.
Thank you. I was going to ask you what the heck that meant.
That is what advantage means. You can also get disadvantage in the game as well, but this is advantage. Zynal, you will just get a straight-up intelligence roll. So both of you are doing intelligence rolls, but John, in your case, you're getting 2, and you take the higher.
Okay, I'm trying to do this now. If I hit separate on the die roller, it'll do them both as separate rolls. Is that correct?
Right. If you hit him twice, you'll roll 2.
Oh,
I got a 14.
Okay.
Okay, 14 and no modifier, right?
No modifier.
Okay.
One is a 3. That sucked. And the other one is 6. Oh, jeez.
Outstanding.
Wow.
I had the disadvantage there.
Yes.
Damn these humans. And
so
hidden things.
yeah, so Kate has absolutely no idea. Fortunately, though, Zynal, without too much difficulty, is able to find a very obviously out-of-color stone on one of the walls.
That's embarrassing.
So the walls are gray, and this is like brown, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, first I kind of want to see, like, feel around and see if anything. I mean, it's obviously it's loose or anything like that. Like, if it
Does not appear to be loose, but it is definitely out of place. It is the one stone that is colored this color.
One stone to hide them all.
Right.
I just kind of shrug at him and just kind of like, want to try it?
Yeah. I mean, okay.
I just
Now he's pointed it out.
I just
and I say, well, of course, we're blocking it the whole time. Of course I didn't see it. And I'll go and take a closer look.
I mean, if he has any objections, he could be trapped. Who knows? But I just kind
No,
of.
it's exactly. Let me
Try
take
it.
While
a
you guys are
closer
doing
look at
this, and since I'm blackout drunk anyways, I'm gonna go take care of what I gotta do. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine, because as soon as these guys do this, I'm gonna...
I mean, that's
gonna,
what I figure. I should.
I'm gonna take the break. Yep.
Because I'm freaking
Yeah, I'll do
passed
my
out. So.
snack break. too.
Sounds good.
Our
Alright,
version
okay.
is like
I'm
pretty
studying.
standard, push in and activate secret door kind of
Yeah,
thing.
you can do whatever you want. Do you want to try to push it or manipulate it, or what do you want to do?
I was just gonna give it a.
So you push it, and it actually sinks right back into the wall, and you hear this rumbling, and then the whole wall like pivots basically on its axis, and so you have to like back up quickly.
Yeah,
And then you're able to, and then you see that it opens onto a much larger room beyond.
Wow. Wait, that has stuff in it, right?
Yeah, well, it appears so, but you're not in there yet. It's also it's fairly dark in there.
Yeah, this was asking how well lit is it.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of, I semi-cautiously kind of look inside. I mean, why would it be hidden in the first place?
Well, you can just make out from the dim light, because remember, you're in the basement already, so there's just like one torch down here, basically, one thing that's lit up. You can see the flickering light illuminates books on shelves.
Okay.
Hang
so
on.
it's-
Arv, I get out my lantern and frickin' light the damn thing.
Ah, okay. Once you bring the lantern inside, you actually see that you're standing into, it is a larger room. It's actually about 30 by 30, so it's about, 3 times as large. And there are books on the shelves all over the place. And also there's something else unusual about the room if you notice it. Make another intelligence check for me. This one I'm going to give both of you advantage on it, though, because it's not that difficult to spot.
Come on. There we go. 17. Okay, I got 17 as my high.
Okay. Lennox?
looks like a 2 and an 8, so I got you.
Okay. So you bang your head into the wall to your left. But fortunately, Cade...
Peg off.
Yeah, exactly. Fortunately, Cade sees it, though. You see that in the center of this room, there is a small depression in the floor, almost as if there was something that used to be in the center of this room that has been removed.
It's probably where the altar used to be.
Yeah, which isn't exactly the hidden away, couldn't find it kind of thing. Does it look This is gonna be Arv. Does it look vaguely altar shaped?
From your extensive knowledge of altars, it's a fairly sizable rectangle. That's the depression. That's the impression in the ground. But beyond that, you don't know. And the floor has been swept clean several times, so you don't really see like dust moving anywhere or anything like that.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
could I like do any kind of check and just like, because I'm pretty sure the altar was there.
Sure. Like what kind of a check do you want to do though? Like what are you?
I guess technically it would be a wisdom, wouldn't it?
Depends on what you're doing. What are you trying to do? Oh, you're trying to determine if that's where the altar was.
I'm just trying to.
There's no check to do. You can make a bit. I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to be like that's altar impression. Like there's no way to. You can't tell that, but you can put 2 and 2 together though.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I do have a question on this.
Sure.
So, in the library, are the books dusty or are the books kept clean?
Books are kept clean.
Okay, so it's a pretty clean room.
Yes.
Okay, that is my question. All right.
Yes, and the door slid out of the way, not like it's been centuries since it's been open, not like that. I mean, it wasn't a musty smell either in the room. It's, and so there are these books on the shelves surrounding you.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start looking at the books. Do we have like an extra lantern or a torch or something I could use?
Not for me.
I don't want to put the books with a torch, but
The lantern actually
Take the
lights
high
up the room
shelves.
reasonably well. You
Take the high shelves, I'll
probably,
take the low ones.
yeah, you probably are not going to want to light just an open torch in a room filled with paper.
yeah, that's
so,
what I was thinking.
yeah.
Some
You probably want to keep with the you'll probably want to keep with the lantern theme. You can't see every book. I mean, you have to walk up to the books with the lantern, but
Well, yeah. That's pretty much
Yeah.
kind of you're gonna look high. You'll lower it down. I'll look at the low ones. Basically,
Yeah.
looking for anything on the family. What?
Okay.
Crom family.
anything about a core? Like, see if we can't see anything about coral or anything like that. See if we can find some kind of originated. We
Okay.
can like.
so
Actually-
both of you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, real quick. I do want to because I do want to quantify this. I want to look for any book that looks more than well used, like it's been taken out, maybe pages are falling out, something that gets used a lot. Any
Okay.
of those, no matter what the topic is.
Okay, so there are definitely some books that look more used than the others, but there's none that is like, oh, this is the book that gets checked out all the time type
Damn,
of
no
thing. You know what I
secret
mean?
diary. Okay.
Nothing like that. However, you guys do find several tomes. Both of you guys can make wisdom checks for me, please. Just standard, straight up wisdom checks.
Damn you and wisdom. I have no bonus on that.
I think I have a negative one on. It.
Wow.
Yeah, I got
Big
a
old 8. A big old 8.
Come on. Actually, I got a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
That's
So
a negative one.
yeah, as you guys are
So
looking.
we're trading back and forth here, so let's keep that up.
right.
So the good news is that you find something which makes reference to Crom, and you're able to make out what looks like sea or ocean or something related to, like ocean and sea. The title. That's the good news. The bad news is that other than a couple of references to, you see Daggerford in there, you see Crom in there, you see different, like Crom pops up quite a bit, but otherwise it's in a bizarre language. It looks like an ancient language, and you're not entirely sure that it's a straight up language. It may be a magical language, it might be something, but it's clearly not a standard that you guys know, either one of you. But it's it seems to be maybe connected somehow, but it might have nothing to do with it at all. It's just something about, you recognize water, Crom, Daggerford, and that's pretty much it. So
What does the book looks like? Really old?
it does look really old, but well kept though, like not dusty or anything like that.
How old has
Okay,
Daggerfell been? How old has Daggerfell been around? Just real quick.
Daggerford has been around for quite some time.
Ford, yeah.
Daggerford has been around for quite a number of years, actually. It's not ancient, though, but there were definitely people who lived, the way it is. They lived there.
Yeah.
Other civilizations were built over them, etc. So
Okay.
Okay. We were able to find anything on the family's history, ancestry, anything like that?
not per se. I mean, there were some things that have, like, borning lineages. You definitely find a couple of lineage books, like the Daggerfords back from, like, 5,000 century, not that much, but, like, a couple centuries of Daggerfords. And you're able to find a couple of not very flattering books about the current Duke. The guy that I mentioned before, Duke Maldwyn Daggerford, that sort of have some not very positive things to say about him. One thing you find that's interesting is that there are a lot of people who think that his sister is the one who's actually his current master of arms, is the one who really should be in charge. Her name is Lady Morwen Daggerford. And this book anyway seems to suggest from the pages that you skim that she would be a better ruler for Daggerford than him. But the way that it works is that the eldest male is the one who takes over Daggerford. So, and this seems to be a pretty recent book from what you can tell, because it makes reference to the arrival of Sir Istival and stuff like that. So it's a fairly recent book.
It's a tabloid book.
Yes, more or less.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, so with that said, unless there's anything else you guys want to look for, I'm going to send you all to your respective beds, and I'm going to take a break quickly.
I did have one thing I wanted to look
Sure.
for in the books. Anything about the swamp itself?
Just general sort of flora and fauna. There's a couple of things that talk about lizard folk. You do find a couple of entries about lizard folk, about how but it's the same stuff basically the Baroness told you. They tend to be somewhat, they're not very much about the writing. They're more about, they assemble in small tribes. They typically settle. There's sometimes some tribal battles, but they usually don't assemble in groups of more than like 40 or 50. Hundreds are unheard of, and certainly not coordinated attacks. They don't get along with humans. They're definitely hostile, but They mostly try to stay out of the way rather than go out of their way actively.
Okay, so there's no
so-
records of this unusual action at all.
Absolutely none. Not from your own
Okay.
personal history, nor from what you can check. Now, there's, literally there's probably 1,000 books in this library, so you don't have time to read them all, but from quick skimming, that's what you can tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
all right.
Sounds like
So let's take a break here. Before we do, let me just quickly say to chat, hi everybody. I hope you guys are having fun so far. This is the Ghost of Dragonspear Castle. This is night 1 of our session, our pen and paper session, starring the Infinity Beyond crew with Inaminatus, Optic Nerve, King Foom, myself, John Helfers, series runner currently being played by Lennox, Silver Lennox, and of course Sod, who is the new member to the crew. And we are playing through this. And if you have questions about the story, feel free to ask other people who've been chat who've been following. And we're going to take about a little bit over a 5-minute break, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay.
Yep.
Good, because I need to get out of my work clothes still.
Like it matters because you're.
Because we have a picture of why show me. And if you, by the way, if you guys like what you see and hear, please hit that follow button. That would be a big help. If you guys like what you see, please follow not just me, but all of these people, because other than John, all of these people are streamers. So please follow everybody. And actually, if someone in our stream would be so nice as to put everyone's links up, you already know where I am because you're here. But if you guys could follow me and all these people, that would be wonderful. Okay, we'll see you guys in about a little over 5.
See you in a few.
What's that? I'll be back.
All right, meeting. I'm gonna be online.
Kitty cam entertainment while we wait. She wants food. Has Arv muted us, or can you guys still hear me? Out of interest. Hey. Hey. Oh, yeah. He likes that. Oh, if you're interested, guys, you can do this. I don't know if it will show, but... will that show? No. No, Kitty, what are you doing? That is the weather in Sydney at the moment. It's a miserable, rainy day. It's been raining since last night. Look, what do you want now? Kitty? Yeah? Yeah? Kitty? Wants food? Kitty wants food? But she'll slowly walk over to there, which is where the food is. Or she'll go plonk. Look at that, look at that, look at that. There you go. Reach, 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 reach. What is she doing? No, you can't have that. Anyway, let's put... it's got this weird clip. It's really hard. And hopefully I didn't break anything. Yeah, there we go.
That would be bad. That would be bad.
Indeed, cats. If you have cats on your stream, you immediately get an extra, like, 50 people. Don't make me do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll give you guys something really feel like this. You guys like this. I do this on my stream occasionally. I don't know if you hear me. Have a couple. Put 'em there. There you go. There you go. That'll entertain everyone for hours.
There you go. Cat being fed.
Yep. Cat eating food. Let's go closer. Let's go closer. 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 Probably too close.
You're right up
Watch.
there.
Yeah, and spin. Spin. Turn around. Ah. She's harassing me for food as soon as I got up to go to the bathroom.
Well, of course. It's what they
Yeah,
do.
Lennox used to cast. He hasn't cast in a while because he moved. And he's still, you know, he's got work and stuff. Still setting himself up.
Damn that work. Yeah.
That reminds me, Lanx, how's everything with the move and the internet and all that? Did you get a good connection?
Yeah, everything's working great. I actually got much better internet than I had over there, so
Nice.
hopefully I've been able to play my games without any problems like I used to. Ugh, For anybody who may remember the problems that I used to have playing games.
All the problems. It seems to have all been transferred to Inom.
I used to cast a lot of Dark Souls speed runs. There's some random stuff now and then with Skullgirls, but I haven't. I just really haven't had the time. Work's been taking up any free time, and any days off, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. So.
I love when the cat, she constantly goes in and out of the bowl sniffing to confirm that there's no food. Like she checks around the outside. Yep, back inside to make sure. Yep. Okay, there we go. It's been confirmed there's no more food.
Poke, you played Dark Souls 2 with me. That should be proof enough that I don't lag anymore.
The fancier bowl.
Checking the floor, make sure there's no food on the ground. Oh yeah, I should do this too. Don't go into the light. It's a trap. Lily, no, don't go in. The lights. No. Turn away. Oh yeah, for anyone who wants to know, it is currently 12:43 p.m. here in Sydney. So it's just around lunch, and I am
That
hungry.
is a lot of sunlight there. Yeah, exactly.
It's actually not sunlight because it's cloudy.
No.
The amount of glare I get, because I've got there's a lot of walls. You can't see them, but there's lots of walls just out there. So all the light reflects off that.
Ah. There you go.
Is my character the oldest? I don't know. I'm assuming the elf would be the oldest, maybe.
Maybe. I think I'm like 23.
I'm middle-aged, my character.
Oh, you might be the oldest then, dude. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
I'm-
the elf is all of that old.
I think I'm myself 90, what was it, 92. And dwarves go to about 200 years old, so I'm about middle-aged.
Hey, someone's gotta. Sod. Oh yeah, I think we have his sheet up and my sheet up, and I don't know the rest of them. He's the human mage. Okay, so I got that right, didn't I? Yep. Okay, good.
So I am the oldest.
Well, so far, yes.
I don't know. I'm pretty old over here.
Loud one, how's it going?
Look, she's over where the food is. That cupboard right in front of her is where the food is. She's already had some food. Urgh.
Yeah, it was like a snack. Come on, you know cats don't have just a snack.
Oh, I
That
linked
is
the character sheet. It's mostly done. There's a few things I still need to put in.
Okay, thank you.
I also, need to
Also,
make
guys,
sure
I recommend you use type in a URL goo.gl. It's like Google's URL shortener, and you can basically make a shorter version of your link. You sign in with your Google account, and you can make a shorter version.
How?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll put it in Skype.
Okay.
Well, should do that. It's basically Google's URL shortener, so you can, because you know the Google Doc link is massive. That shrinks it down.
Oh.
You basically just put the link in. The message.
Okay.
sorry.
For example, mine is that. That's my URL.
Oh, okay. Here we go. There's this one. That's mine.
So, and how do you find that again?
Just goo.gl.
Yeah, just be wary that Monkey Commando, his link, I don't know if it gets updated. I think those are static. Because mine, if you guys go to my sheet, you'll actually see I've got notes that I've been editing. I don't know if they've been updated. Let's have a look. Notes. Oh, they have been updated actually. I don't know if it's up to date. Let's test. Testing. Let's see what happens. It may just be a link. Let's close that. Refresh.
You know what? It is a link. Yeah, it's just like a mass link.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know that. You can just use that.
And then you
even
can
better.
geo.gl that link, and then you have
Yeah.
all of it in a tiny link.
Yeah, Monkey, do that. Or we can do it.
But why not both?
How long have we been playing for? I believe it's been. Where's the timer? Where's that timer? Ugh.
About ish, maybe
3
3 hours.
3 hours. That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. So yes. You were going to make a dexterity check, and typically what happens is, if there is anything out there, this is not how it always works, but often your stealth check is a dexterity check made by you, and it's countered by a wisdom check made by them.
An opposed check. Yeah, exactly.
Right, it's an opposed check. Now I am going to roll that secretly because that's not something you're going to be aware of. You won't know what they are. So I will pull up my other dice roller, and then you can continue to make your way.
All right, first one. Ooh, a big 10. Good God.
Okay.
All right.
Great
So-
start. No, I'm just kidding. Just give me a second
Thank
here.
you so much for telling me about how to turn that sound off.
Yeah, that was driving me nuts.
All right, hold on a second. Should totally get my dice from downstairs. Do this up old school style.
I've got some dice sitting in the
Hey,
living
I
room
would
right
be
now.
all for if we wanted to do it like dice cams and stuff. Figuring that out.
Dice cams?
Clearly, our webcam has proven that we're totally capable of doing that too. No, I'm with you. I mean, I would love that, but oh my god. Okay, so you managed to you make a little bit of a squashing sound, but nothing seems to notice anything. You haven't come across anything yet.
Is that sound
but
getting louder?
yes, it now sounds like, and it now as you're listening, and go ahead and make a, let's see. Let's make a perception check, which I think is going to be intelligence now, I think.
Yeah, searching is usually intelligence.
So make an intelligence check.
Okay. Come on, int. You can do it. 11.
Okay. Yeah, you can't
Average.
you can't tell it. Yeah, you can't tell anything specific except that it's definitely louder. It sounds more like.
Wait, does that
Like
sound
that.
like a buzzing?
That's what it sounds like. I don't know. I don't want to qualify it. That's not what I'm about.
I'm gonna go a little, like, about maybe another 20, 30 feet and see if I can...
Okay, make another stealth check for me.
I think Ramirez was right. I didn't spot and listen wisdom.
Well, it was in 4E, but I don't know. See, I don't know whether next is the same way.
Let me look.
Wait, it says you can do a dex. The person who's hidden does a dex check.
No. Yeah, no.
Another one.
We're talking about the perception though. The
Yeah.
perception check was the
The
issue.
Spot and listen. I think that's wisdom. That sounds about
It
right.
was, yeah.
Intelligence
See,
is
that's
more
it,
like
Ramir.
this.
It used to be, but I don't know about D&D next though.
Well,
What's
my
up,
next check
PFC Nasty?
was a 5, Arv, so not doing so good here in the swamp.
Your
Trip over
wisdom
a
score
branch
serves
and
as a
fall
measure
face
for your
first.
general awareness of your surroundings.
Oh.
Your intelligence score measures the ability to find something you're looking for, so it would be intelligence.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So, you again, you hear the sound, and again, it's closer to you. So now you can try to make intelligence check again. And
Okay.
it doesn't sound like anything's heard you yet.
Okay. Well, if it's animals, their wisdom's not that high, theoretically. There we go. 19.
It sounds now a little bit as you listen. It sounds like. Basically, it sounds like two creatures.
one hissing and one saying eyes or something.
Well, sort of. There
Shit.
seems to be some, like, it's not just hissing. It's like you hear articulated sounds, like like that. You know, it's not
Okay,
just a random hissing.
It wouldn't be hard for me to climb a tree, would it?
Well, trees here are not what you'd call the most stable of things. They are very bendy. You can try to climb one
No,
for
no,
sure.
no, no.
There is. I mean, you do see to your left there is a tree that like might be manageable. It's not that it's too smooth. I mean, the bark is rough, and you might be able to make an
Then
effort.
it's a freaking ant and probably eats me.
No, that is not an ant. It's a
Can I get-
reasonably thin tree.
Okay, can I get?
Hi, Gray.
If I were to, yeah, I'm gonna try to climb the tree, I guess.
Okay.
See if I can get a better look at what's ahead.
All right, so go ahead and make a dexterity check for me, please.
Okay. Dunk, dunk, and ba-boom. 11.
Stalin. Okay, you kind of scramble up and all the way over, and then you manage to get all the way up to what looks like the top of the tree, and you're actually able to see a little bit over the top of the swamp. It's kind of nice up here, actually.
Hey,
And as
make
you
my home
look
here.
down,
Very
you
comfortably.
see a flash of what looks like maybe greenish gray, and then you hear this sound. And you start to feel the tree bending.
No.
So I'm going to need you to make another dexterity check, please.
He warned you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? A carnivorous tree? Really? 18.
Okay. You managed to hang on to the tree. It's not a carnivorous tree, but the tree apparently was not. I said it was pretty thin, not really designed to hold on to. Maybe you've been eating a little too much, put on some weight, but it is definitely.
cheese. Oh, I
It's
see.
definitely
It's
sinking.
The halfling, right?
It's definitely
it's
sinking.
sinking.
Yes, exactly. Below the half. It's not sinking like down. It's bending over. So it's like you're on the top of this tree. So the tree's like, and it deposits you right in the middle. And looking up to your left and your right, you see two creatures, about 7 feet tall, both of them,
God.
grayish green, and they're both going, and then you go bump, like right in the middle, and they're like, both of them look at you, and there's a pause.
Are they lizardmen or something else?
They look a lot like lizardmen. And they look at you. What do you do?
Well, let go of the tree first of all.
Okay, so you let go of the tree. You let go of the tree, and I'm going to.
spring up and
Well, no,
shoot
that's
over
what I'm about to say.
Wow.
So I'm going to ask you to make an attack roll because what it's going to
Yes,
do is the tree is going to
exactly.
spring up. So go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Roll your die.
All right. Just a straight. What is my to hit with tree?
Well, this is actually just a straight 20-sided die. I'll do the adjustments.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll go for it. A big 6.
A big 6. Okay, so the tree goes, and the
Exactly,
lizard
kind of a
and the
fucking
lizard men are like,
distraction,
and then they look at you and they're like,
Actually, the moment they backed away or even like reared back, I wanted to
Yeah.
get up and run like hell.
okay. So you do try to do that,
Yeah.
and so you're depositing in the
Forget
middle.
your
You get up and turn.
strings. Oh,
I'm going to give you one chance to do this. You're going to have to make a dexterity check as you turn around because there is a bunch of swampy land around you.
Yeah.
You are a halfling, and half the waist of a normal person is probably up to your shoulders. Yes.
Exactly.
So running is
You're
not so
effectively
easy.
swimming this entire time.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
awesome.
much.
So go ahead and make your roll.
Rock and roll.
Why didn't any of us let him sit on our shoulders?
A 5.
So you're like, right, and then all of a sudden it's the slope.
Piggyback head.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're running really fast, and you look
I
back
think I
over your
am.
shoulder, and the lizards like were there. The lizards are now like this, like they're that much farther away, and that's the moment when you're like, this is not going to go well. All right, I'm now going to ask everyone to roll initiatives. So that means everyone's going to roll initiative. Now, the way this works is everyone is going to roll a 20-sided die, and you are going to add, typically, I believe it's your dexterity modifier to that roll, and that is going to be your initiative. That will be your order, your turn order in the round. So roll ahead and let me know what you got.
This is everybody, even those.
This is everybody, even those not involved in this situation. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you're about to be
How
in
do you do
real quick.
Can you do? I actually have a minus. There we go. Okay, never mind.
Wait, I didn't. Okay.
Ugh. A
Two.
minus
Oh,
to
thank goodness.
initiative.
Okay.
My God. Alright.
Good roll.
Wait, you have
1K.
That's
Wait,
amazing.
whoa, whoa, whoa. You have dexterity.
Nice.
18.
Oh, Fing, nice.
Is that
Yeah,
your
I have a minus. My dexterity is 9, so I got a -1.
Wow, that's funny.
Wait, what? You have initiative of -1? What do you mean?
It's got negative.
My dexterity is 9, so I have a -1 mod to it.
Oh, so you have an 18. Oh, I thought you
Yeah, yeah.
rolled a -1, which would mean you would implode
Oh no
or
no
something.
no 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 no!
I was like, what?
I just fell over.
Okay, gotcha. You're just like, I will never move again.
No,
Okay,
like my mod is -1.
gotcha. Okay, is that a 7?
Yes.
Okay. What else we got?
11 over.
Don Doggle. Oh, sorry, you go.
Delay. Anyway, 11 on this end.
Is that
I got a 15.
Zion.
Lanix? Okay, Lanix is an 11. And John was a 15. And Sod, what were you?
14.
14. Okay.
Who's
All right.
the quickest guy in the bunch, yeah?
And sorry, Dejini, Optic, what were you?
It allows you to drink faster.
Mine was 13.
13. Outstanding. All right, let me do one other one here. Okay. That's... Really? All right, there we go. Excellent. Okay, cool. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so the first one to act in the round is Fing. What you hear, Fing, in the distance...
I love that he has the best reflexes out of all.
Yeah, I know. He's like the drunken master. No, this is drunken master. This is totally drunken master.
Like a half pound of meat before we got in here.
Oh yeah, he's doing the Jackie Chan like.
Now, Arv, I don't
that
want
is
this to get
amazing
too
to me.
deep, but that would be really cool if, building around my character, because I am having fun with this.
Yeah.
Like, there was, like, a negative to if I haven't, like, drank that day, to positive if I have.
That's something I think we can build into you over time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Anyways.
sure. Okay, so yes, so you get to act first, and so what you hear in the background, what you hear in the distance, it's not that far from you actually, is you hear this. You hear the sound of him squelching away, and then a little bit passes squelching away, and then you hear the sound, and then you hear, and then you hear, and then you hear, like someone is trying to run away really fast. That's what you hear in the distance. You have no idea what else is going on, but that's it.
Can you one more time? I didn't quite catch that.
You forgot the hiss.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what's going on. So how far away? Like, roughly? Like, I don't know this, or...
Axe. You would guess it's probably going to take you, if you go at a full run, you could probably get there in either probably 2 rounds, a round or 2, you would guess. If you moved at top speed. So the way in action, I should say, by the way, normally a combat round works is that you have an opportunity to move and then take an action. And an action can be something like cast a spell, engage in combat, coup de grace, unlock a treasure chest, depending on the quality. Sometimes it takes longer than 1 turn.
And if you're doing mid combat, screw you.
Right. So you could essentially move and run, which would essentially be like moving twice. And that would allow you to move towards this sound. So if you want to now again, a dead run in a swamp is not quite the same as a dead run on open ground, but
Yeah,
Now-
it's a lot funnier.
yes.
Does he know, like, which way he's running back? Is there any confusion? Is there anything? Is he gonna? Will we meet in the middle somewhere, or how is that gonna work?
Well, I mean, you assume that he knows. I mean, that you'd have to ask him because he's not there to tell you. But you would know.
Well, and this is what I like. I want to tie this in because my guy somehow miraculously knows halfling. So what I'd like to do is cast light on myself and yell to him in halfling, run towards the light, and then take a movement towards him.
Run towards the light.
So you want to cast light on yourself. So you're asking him to run towards the light.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
In
I could probably get- I could-
halfling
I could
while I
probably get
cast
a-
light on
Do you
myself.
actually know halfling? Because that could come up
I do.
later.
No, it is. Yeah.
It is
I'm
really.
a
Character sheet,
draconic.
yeah.
Is that
Okay.
close to lizard?
Yes, actually, that is what wizard people speak is
I
draconic.
also know draconic.
So that's going to be notable when you guys get a little bit closer. Remind me of that when you get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I've wanted to bring that up. I can't wait to speak drunkenly to him in halfling one night. And just,
I
mumble
cannot
on.
wait until honestly, I cannot wait until we find a giant, and so I can just have a good old chummy conversation.
A giant language is mostly the same as English, just really loud. Hi, hello. It's like, in Finding Nemo, where she's like, I speak whale. How are you? Anyway, Okay, so if you want to do that, I mean, you can
That's my
cast it
plan,
now.
man. That's what I'm
Remind me, just let me remind you though that a light spell, if you cast on yourself, that means that a light spell will illuminate 20 feet and then brightly, and then another 20 feet dimly in front of you, and he is definitely farther than 40 feet away. So this is again not on open ground in the dark. This is during the day, but more importantly, it's in a swamp. So he's not likely to be able to see it. I mean, I'm just
scratch the light shit. Then I'll just run toward. Yeah, I thought it was a fun idea.
You could try it. I'm just
like a Christmas tree.
This is not me telling you not to do it. This is just me telling you what you know a light spell is. That's
just
all.
light yourself up and then go underwater, so you just kind of like freak them out like there's this new creature in their swamp.
Boom. Actually, that's actually a good idea because I'll still see the light even if it doesn't illuminate. It doesn't matter. That's the point. I will see you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can do that.
Illuminated.
if
I just have to spot
it's
it.
like a basic direction to run in. Like
exactly.
That makes sense. Now, if you're gonna cast light, keep in mind that means you're not going to be able to run and move. You can cast the spell and then like move. That's fine, but you can't double move. Yeah. So that's fine.
And actually, is there a different thing I could cast light on other than my stuff? And would
yes,
this have any
you can
effect
cast it on an object. You can cast it on whatever you want as long as it's a physical item. You can't just cast in the air.
If you want.
That's right. You could do that.
Boom.
Or
like
or like a tree that's ahead of you or something like that.
That's what I was thinking of, like touching a nearby stump.
Could do that if you want.
Just yelling to him in halfling, run this way, and I'll try and meet him in the middle.
That's whatever you like. However you want to do it.
Do it on Mr. Squeakers. And
you can also move and then take your action. Do you want to run as far as you can?
Wait. Give me a second. I'm gonna try and be clever with this. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see my character sheet. Where am I? No. What did I bring in here? What did I bring in? About how far? About 40 feet?
Right, that the light will shine, yes.
Let it shine.
Cast it on a javelin and throw that out there.
And pierce him in the back.
Accidentally? Yeah, no. Oh, thanks a lot! Alright, I'm gonna just pick
Message for you, suck!
Not only would you like skewer him into one and like impale him into one spot, but you'd be like having a great big beacon for all the
The good news is I found Cade.
Here.
The bad news is we lost Cade.
Alright, I'm just gonna cast light nearby stump, basically tell him to run as soon as he sees the light, run in that direction, and then I'm gonna take a movement towards him.
Now the question is, do we want to
lost my music,
towards
sorry.
him, or do we want to set up for an ambush?
Sorry, people.
I want to meet him halfway. That way, if he's being chased, if he's moving slow, at least I can get there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Instead of waiting for him to potentially not make it to us at all.
Well, there is that, which is a pretty good chance because I'm probably gonna have to turn and fight here pretty soon.
Yeah. So I want to try and meet him halfway, and I'm casting light on a stump.
Dive underwater, little buddy. Swim, and you'll go fast.
And you're running directly towards it, right? Like you're running first. You're running first and then casting. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. That's what happens when you cast. Is that sound? No, not quite. Let me turn that down slightly. Okay, people are gonna know what this is, I think, in chat. All right, right. So you do that. You squelch along as far as you can go, and then you cast light on the stump, and then you yell what now in Halfling?
I don't know. Run towards the light, and I don't know. That's basically it. Run
So-
towards the light. I'm on my way.
So Cade, you can't do anything with this. Not your turn yet. But what you hear is someone shouting rather drunkenly, slurring the Halfling, shouting out, "Run towards the light!" In Halfling. And so that's what you hear.
I'm sure I know Fing speaks it.
It
by
sounds
now,
like Fing's voice. It does sound like Fing's voice. You look over and see no light. There is no light at all. You can't see anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But you definitely hear him yelling.
That's enough, probably.
At
least an idea.
Okay. And you are actually next to act. Speaking of that, Cade. So it is. You can do something now.
Well, I'm gonna actually still try to put as much distance between the lizardman and myself as possible, which is probably not gonna be.
So you're basically going to run and move, right?
Yeah, run, pull out. Yep.
Okay. So you were able to you're able to do that. You're able to run, and you're able to make some headway. Although we'll see how far ahead of them you can get. Right at the very end of the run, you might maybe see a glint of light through the trees, but you don't know. It may just be like a trick of the.
And that's all I figured too, because if we're in a swamp, I know it's still daylight, but it's got to be dark, gloomy, kind of.
It's definitely
gloomy.
gloomy.
Be some hint of light coming out of somewhere.
No doubt about that.
Unless some big creature has thrown his voice and eaten him to take his guise and going to trick me into a trap, I might as well just head for that. But
yes,
it depends on if the lizardmen get their claws on.
1 sec, I'm off cam for a second. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. That's funny, Youngsom. Okay, so you do that. And let's see. Next to act, Domdor, what's your dexterity?
My dex is 12.
Okay, so you are actually you're the next person to act.
How are you more dexterous than I am?
Wait, no, I rolled a 14. My base is 12.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, I got you. Yeah. So you are the next to act. What would you like to do?
Yep. So I pretty much hustle it, leg it straight up there, and I also order Macon to follow me as well, full speed.
Right behind you, boss.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm very glad.
Just so you know,
she's
my
excited. She's like,
movements,
finally something. Yes.
Yeah, she has her axe out. The business end looks most unkind.
Just so you know, my movement's 25 feet. If you need to know that.
Yeah. Okay. That's actually. I assume, and I actually should have asked that about also about Foom. What is Fing's movement?
See, and that's stuff I don't have on my character sheet.
I can grab it. I can grab it. It's
Human should be
30
30, I think. Yeah, 30.
But he's in
Yeah.
train now, so it's 25.
So
Okay.
right.
Same. All right.
So okay. Same deal.
Oh, he's a cleric. That's right.
Okay, so right. Okay, so you're able to get a little farther. Actually, no. I'm sorry. You are able to get farther because you're just running. So you're actually double moving basically towards him. You hear as you get closer. You definitely hear the sound. You don't speak Draconic, right? Domdor? You don't. Yeah.
Nope,
So
don't
but you
know.
do definitely hear two distinct and apparently angry creatures. You know enough to know that. Like. And you also hear what sounds like the squelching of someone going, "Help!" And it's so you hear someone that sounds a lot like Cade.
Domdor, fairly
Not
frantic
again!
splashing. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
So that's the deal with that. Okay, now the next person to go is one of the bad guys. Despite your incredible movement skills, they are of course
They're
used.
twice as tall.
Yes, and they're sort of used to this. But the interesting
This
thing,
is their turf. Yes.
yes, the interesting thing about them, though, is that there's two things that you noticed about them. And actually, you know what? Let me have you make an intelligence check, Cade.
As I was soiling myself, yes.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm having you make
I'm
it.
sorry. Just questions as we go to cantrips. Those are also once per day. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Wait, once per day? I thought they were like whenever you wanted. Like.
Oh no.
You have, there's a limit to what you can use.
Wait a minute.
Or would that be my
No, we talked
second
about
spell?
this.
Because I've already used bless, so that just took up my second for the day there, right?
No.
Because
No. Cantrip is light. No. Cantrips doesn't count. Remember, cantrips do not count against
That's what I
spells
thought.
that are. Yeah, those don't cast against spells that are cast.
Yeah, those are like free cast spells because
right.
they're so
Correct.
minor. The level 1 and up. That's when.
So you've used the bless spell, but you have one of those left. One of the level 1 spells left.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
What I was
apparently
thinking
I
of are
was-
the divine spells,
Right.
or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. What?
Apparently, I was soiling my pants in fear because I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you don't know. You just saw some really ugly scaled things that were yelling at you. So.
Getting the hell out of Dodge. or trying
Well,
to.
so this one comes at, manages to catch up to you and slashes at you with its claws. It's not using a weapon. It's just slashing at you straight up with its claws. And it is going to roll. Where's my roller? Show me my roller. Oh, it completely. Apparently, you're flailing. Your flailing is such that it thus is like, and it like slashes over your head and like embeds its arm in the swamp and is like, so it gets really upset. You think you maybe hear the other lizard men going, like kind of kind of pointing. They don't seem to be too nervous about this battle with you.
See it. What'd you roll? Oh, a 1.
Yeah. Yes, that did not work out. So for him anyway. Okay. Next up on the docket is Djinni. Djinni, you are next to act. What's up? What would you like to do, sir? You see, so basically you have your bunch of your friends are hoofing it. You hear some hissing in the background, some very angry hissing of some kind, and you hear maybe the faint sound of someone yelling for help. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I'm yelling. Screw that.
So I'm not close
I've
enough
already
to
made
see
enough
what's
noise.
going on.
No, not chance. Not yet. Not from where you are.
Then let me head in that direction at 30 feet.
Okay, and are you basically gonna double move it? So you're just gonna go, like you're gonna move and move. So your action will be to continue to move, basically.
Yeah, to get
'Kay.
there to help.
All right, so at that speed, you're actually able to catch up pretty much with Domdor, who's doing the same thing. And at that level, you can hear. You do speak Draconic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I have a disguise kit. Could I disguise myself as one?
Not in the middle of combat. A disguise kit is useful, but you need to be prepared for, like, you need to use it, you know, like 5-10 minutes to put the makeup on, basically. It's not like an insta change deal. Unless you want to take time to do it, but 5 minutes is going to be like most of the combat in all likelihood, because combat rounds are pretty fast.
This
show up all like
Hunger
pre-fight.
Games where you have like, you know, studio quality stuff in the middle of a forest.
Yeah, exactly. Wham! So, but you are there able to hear hissing, and actually you can make it out a little bit. One of it is, look at the halfling, you can't kill it. And the other one's going, shut up, I happened to miss. I'll kill it this time. That's basically what they're saying to each other. And you notice also that they seem a little, the sound is a little strange. Like, you've heard Draconic before, and you definitely know this is not a dragon saying it. I mean, they're too small for that. But it sounds kind of like slurred or kind of weird. It's not normal Draconic exactly. It seems as if they're speaking under duress, or it just doesn't sound like the normal Draconic would sound, you notice. And you also hear the shouting of a halfling also. Okay. Let's see. Next up here is, let's see, Zynal, you were next to go.
Oh, I've already got my sword out and I'm hauling ass over there.
Okay, so you're double moving as well. What's your speed, Zynal?
30 feet.
Okay.
Actually, instead of my sword, I got my bow out.
You got your bow out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So you got your bow out.
I'm trying to see how far away he is if I'm actually close enough after just one movement, if I can actually take a shot.
Okay. So you make you beat feet over there, and you get to the point where you are definitely not close enough to see anything. You just hear the hissing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep moving.
But definitely, I mean, they're a lot closer. You don't speak Draconic, right?
No.
Okay. So
I can talk to Foom when he's drunk and talking in Dwarven, but that's about it.
Yeah. So you just hear that's basically all you hear. It's a bunch of angry.
Your character speaks Mead?
drunk. It's a learned form.
Okay. So let's see. All right. So you do that. And then Solo Rain, your jaw was sort of dropped open watching all this occur, and now you're like, all right, you collect yourself.
All right. Start making my way towards the commotion.
Foom speaks Drunkonic. Yes, exactly so.
Definitely going to be using two movements trying to get over there, but I'm going to be doing a little bit more cautiously, trying to keep some form of defense between myself, like whether it's another party member or Bree.
Somebody.
Whatever I can. Something between me and the shit that's going down.
Okay.
And I'm going to be using my quarterstaff to kind of furrow my way through there, so I'm not making as much noise, just splashing through the mud.
Fucking a quarterstaff. Okay, so you're able to do that. What's your speed normally?
30.
Okay, so same as the others. So you're able to kind of you slog through as best you can, and doing that sort of double run thing.
I'm honestly picturing Inam lifting up his robe with his legs hanging skitter through the swamp.
Oh man! And so you come across Domdor, and Zynal is there, and Djinni is there. And I keep wanting to be like Djinni is there, though. So you see him. And then right behind them, you sort of pass Fing, who's looking at his lit stump proudly. And
That's why I'm just next to a glowing stump.
You pass them, and you get to the edge of it. And again, now you speak Draconic, right?
I do.
Okay, so you hear the same thing, and you're like, so one of them is like, hit him, you idiot. It's like, I'm trying to hit him. This fool, I'll nail him to the ground.
So I can only hear them.
You cannot see them, but you can hear them. Again, just as I told to Djinni, though, they sound weird to you, not normal. There's some slurring or something going on that sounds bizarre. You don't know why, but that's the case. So,
quick little mechanics.
Sure.
You have to be able to see someone to target them, right? You can't just do a general area.
Correct, especially in an area like this. If you were walking in an open field and you closed your eyes for whatever reason, you could cast an AoE somewhere in front of you, but here there's nothing to do that to. You would hit trees and, there's so.
Okay, so even if it's not necessarily a target specific spell.
Nah, but there's no.
I can't cast it over the wall.
Yeah, no, it's not homing, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sadly. Okay. Yep. Okay, and then the second of the lizard man goes. He runs up to his friend, and he says, and so Djinni and Solio can understand this. The rest of you can't. The rest of you just hear, and you two hear, "This is how you do it, idiot!" And then he swings down at the hapless Cade. Well, we'll see if he's hapless. And that is not the one I wanted. Give me
Oh, wait,
the.
another one.
Oh, 2 or 3 would be good too. That's okay.
Okay.
Oh my.
So let's see. That one is so this one. So the first one he does is he slashes down at you with his claw. Let's see. What's your AC?
14.
Okay, that is just enough to hit. So he is in fact able to hit you, and you are not going to know the damage, so I will roll the damage myself. I mean, I will tell you the damage, of course.
Well, yeah.
He does, but it's a glancing blow. He actually only does 2 points of damage to you. However, let's see here. Okay. So he hits you. When he hits you, you notice that although it's only a glancing blow, he just sort of strikes your arm. You notice that the slash in your arm burns, like really, really strongly burns. And as you look up at him, you notice that he doesn't look well. Like there's something strange about him. He's like drooling a bit, and he doesn't look. There's something off. And so you notice that. You also notice the fact that he follows up that hit with an attempt to bite you. So he actually reaches down to bite you.
Oh, crap.
Someone's getting eaten.
Zombie lizard man. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,